Hey guys, welcome back to the Mountain Wizard. I'm Sean, and I am going to try to answer some questions on these off-grid builds. So, what we're going to do on this is I'm going to walk you through where I'm at right now, how I'm getting started, and the process for going and building your own off-grid cabin. This is one of the most frequently dropped comments is, do I build elsewhere and can I come build for you? I can't be everywhere at once. I don't have the crew to do that, nor the time. So what I can offer are consulting services and just my experience, and try to walk you through that. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna walk you through the process of this complete cabin, start to finish, and I am going to just try to get you all on the same page with this. So, hey, if you will, go in the description down below. We're starting a website. There will be a link where you can drop your email, keep you up to date on either future builds, projects that we have coming up, and maybe we'll do a little bit of a newsletter at some point. But go ahead and drop your email on that link. It'll be themountainwizard.com. You can go there, sign up, and we'll try and get you some more information to be able to help you. All right, so here we are. I walked you through this the other day. This is a new property I built. I had the surveyors come out and mark it, okay? So this is now a 2.5 acre lot. I had my building materials dropped yesterday. Day before that, I had the tree crew come in. I don't like running the camera when there's other people around. Some of them do not prefer to be on YouTube and such, and so there's that going on. But I'm gonna walk you through this. I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I do to get prepped for this and where we're at. So, all right, so what I've done with this piece of land is I had it surveyed into 4 2.5 acre lots. Now there is option to be able to add property to that, but we kind of started off small, easier on folks, and we're able to keep it budget friendly. I can always build on the other portions if they don't want. But I think about 2.5 acres is probably about the minimum of what you'd want on a place like this. So right here, we're coming up on a lot, okay? Okay, so I hired a tree crew, just had them come out, super good local folks. I've been using them for years now, probably about 5 years at least that we've been working together. They're very economical, hardworking gentlemen, and they came out. And instead of us dropping a dozer, all we did is they brought their skid steer with a grapple bucket, and we went in and marked where we wanted our pad. So I had them cut in a driveway here. It's, this one's probably over 16 foot wide. This is pretty wide. We took the trees and we just moved them over to the property boundary. It's actually not quite to the property boundary, but anyways, got the trees moved over, and we just cut down the stumps as low as we could to where we can drive over them, but nothing major. Really want this cabin to be, this lot here, to be where you are in the woods, okay? So we got a few big stumps here, but that's nothing that we can drive over that. You know, they've got it rounded off and down to the ground low enough. But, so we cut in this driveway. We're probably coming in about halfway on this 2.5 acre lot. And then we got down here and we did a clearing. So just to put this in perspective, I had 4 lots done. So 4 little driveways cut in with a little pad at the end. Pad is probably not the greatest term, a little clearing, okay? Because a pad would be level. So a little clearing at the end. And that took 4 guys and a skid steer about 7 hours, basically. So not terrible, okay? I got them in here, and I will, at some point when we're all done with this, I will go over some of the pricing on this, but to give you an idea. But, you know, whatever your local tree crew is gonna charge. Now, these are professional tree arborists. I mean, these guys are not your fly-by-night deal operation. They are professional business. And so what I like to do is I like to try to pick them up on their slow times. It gives them some work during that time, and it all works out well with each other. They're not trying to make all their money off of me because I'm not one of their bigger like commercial clients, but I'm also able to support them through their slower times. So it just works out, right? So we got a pretty good clearing here. I'll give you a little bit of a panorama. I got a little bit of trash I still got to clear up. So if you see stuff in the woods, that's part of what I'm doing. And then this is my driveway back out to the main road. So that is the next step, okay? So you've purchased your land, you've had it surveyed because you do not want to build over a property line. And then your next step is cutting in your driveway and getting a clearing for the house. Now, regardless of whether you're going to build a pad or not, you need a clearing. So keep that in mind. Now, yeah, do we have a couple piles of trees and logs here? Yep, we sure do. But all of that it can be cut into firewood easily. We don't do it in such a big pile that you can't get in there and make it manageable. In fact, I'm gonna set up the tripod here and I'm gonna walk over just so that way you can kind of compare. This is not a huge pile of trees, okay? Very manageable in size. You can certainly go through, take these logs and process them down for firewood for your cabin without a problem. That is one of the things I really like about having the tree crew come out and move this stuff with a skid steer versus a dozer that just pushes everything in a freaking pile. You got rocks turned up everywhere. You got huge stump holes. You got huge stumps that are above the ground, all of that. This is nice. I like it. If you got stumps that you want taken out, what you have the option to do is just go rent a stump grinder. You can go rent, you're gonna pay a little bit for this, right? But you can go rent a skid steer and a stump grinder and knock out all the stumps that have been taken out in a weekend. No big deal. I've owned one of these units before. There is a little bit of a learning curve to it, but nothing too terrible. Yeah, you could reach out. Some of those tree crews have stump grinders. Some of them are interested in coming out and grinding. You can buy a track mounted unit where you rent it on a trailer and everything and just bring it out and grind your stumps down. But I'm telling you, what little bit more you're gonna spend in time and whatnot with your stump grinder is worth it if you're trying to maintain this natural look in the woods. If you don't want it to be that you've clear cut the side of a mountain or very industrial, then you want to try and go in by hand and just minimal disturbance on the thing. All right, so another thing we're dealing with right now is it is mid-August at the time of this filming. I will try to get these videos out to you as quickly as possible, but it is mid-August, time of this filming, and we are in a burn ban. Last rain was about 2 weeks ago. I think it was like the 30th of July that we got 3 inches of rain. Freaking awesome. Fantastic, topped off all our tanks, but ever since then, we've been 100-degree heat and no rain. Yesterday was heat index of 106, just put that in perspective. So we're in a burn ban right now. Can't burn, but one thing to keep in mind with these piles that you have here, all of that stuff can be bucked, and you can do that yourself. Buck those tree limbs down, put them in a pile in the center of your clearing here, okay? So you can go through, cut all these tree limbs. We'll walk over here. I'd take that cedar and I'd put it at the bottom. That'll give you a good fire starter, right? Get your cedar at the bottom and then start piling these limbs up on top. Do not believe the lies that you have to wait so long to be able to get this to burn. We have pushed over trees and lit them on fire the exact same hour and not had a problem. We've burnt them, okay? You're gonna take some encouragement to get it going, but once you get that fire going, and especially with a good dry cedar like that, once you get that fire going, you're gonna be golden. Might have to use a little bit of an accelerant, but you're gonna put that here in the center of your clearing. You're gonna clear up all these leaves. You're gonna use a leaf blower or rakes or whatever, get all that together, because only you can prevent wildfires. And that was my best smoky interpretation. So you're gonna take all your limbs, you're gonna move them there to the center. Any of these logs like this that are laying around, that's just, you know, firewood. All of this is all firewood, okay? These are good oaks, good solid oaks. Process that down. There is probably, even if you were living here full time with the size of the cabin that I'll put here, there's a full year's supply of firewood that got dropped just in this clearing. No question about it. All right, so, and keep in mind, you can still burn your softwoods. So all your pine, that little turtle did not make it. Sorry, I got interrupted by a squashed animal. That, oh yeah, okay, softwoods. Yes, all your softwoods, they can be burnt. We let them cure a little bit, but that's a lot of what's here in Oklahoma. And if you know, a lot of people are like, you can't burn softwoods in your wood stove. Yeah, you can. And the people that say that you can't are the people that don't take care of their fireplace and don't service it and don't clean their chimney. So clean your chimney, you can certainly burn it. What do you think they burn up in the Northeast? It's all softwood. All in Canada, Alaska, that is all softwood. There's very few hardwoods. So my little public service announcement there. All right, so that takes you through that lot. I'm gonna walk you through one or two of these others and just give you a ballpark of what's going on here and let you see the different layouts. All right, so this is a spot where I had that old camper. So somebody came and picked up the camper. We used the skid steer and cleaned up a lot of that debris, loaded it into the dump trailer and hauled it off to the dump. Pictures or a little video of one of those dump trailer loads down below. There was just all sorts of stuff up here. AC condensers and duct work. I mean, like, there's not even the grid up here. I don't know why in the world they would have had that stuff. But anyways, all right, we're coming up on another lot here. So cut in here. This one we did a little bit closer to the road, kind of just staggering how the houses lie. And we're gonna do a little bit of a smaller cabin here. This will probably be a 200 square foot or something of that nature. A little closer to the road. Come down here. You can see we've got some tree limbs and whatnot that we still gotta pick up, but that's not a big deal. We got the majority of it down and out of the way. But got a nice clearing opened up here. Still got some trash that I gotta haul off, but got a nice spot here for another probably 200-ish square foot cabin, something along those lines. Still got some debris to clean up, but same thing. Got hardwoods there, got some good branches that could all be piled up and burnt and disposed of easily enough. You know, they've only sat for 2 days now, but if we weren't in a burn ban, it'd be a prime time to have a few little fires going. But little by little, that is all stuff that can certainly be cleaned up over time too. So let me show you, this property is up on top of a ridge, okay? Let me show you why I build where I build. You cannot get these views anywhere, and this camera is not going to do it justice, but I'm going to try. It is like that all through here. That is all on the south edge. I mean, you can't get that just anywhere. That's what causes me to build in these places, is these views. And like, the camera just is not gonna do justice for what is out there. It's super pretty. This is actually another, that's another property over there, but they've cleaned up quite a bit and have really opened up the view. All right, I'll walk down here and just going through, showing you all, this is the process for how I go about doing this stuff. Whether you're looking to just build an off-grid cabin for yourself or whether you're looking to get into this as a business on your own, the opportunities are out there. You just have to be willing to accept the risk as you go into all of this. And like with anything, there is risk. So we got a little driveway cut in. Okay, nothing Nothing huge. I kind of wanted this one to be very much like in the woods. I didn't want to take down anything more than we absolutely needed to. It is going to make it a little adventurous getting in here, but that's just part of it. We got some rocks we'll probably come through and just pick up by hand and get out of here. We're gonna come down through here, and the previous owners have left a carport frame here that I am going to come back in here and finish disassembling and get out of here. This cabin here be much like the first and second, where it's a little bit farther back in the woods, but just kind of gives you that seclusion. You're off of the main road up there, which is, you got to keep in mind that main road is only going to see 2 vehicles a day, and one of them is going to be yours. That's just how it is back here. But there's the old carport frame. I'm going to take that out, and this is my clearing. Much smaller on this clearing, but I can still squeeze in a good sized cabin, probably 300 square feet or so. We'll get put in here. Not too shabby. So there you have it. That is the process for this. So you're gonna buy the land, you're gonna get it surveyed, you're gonna cut in your driveway, and you're gonna clear a spot for your cabin, okay? And that's the process. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Don't forget, check out themountainwizard.com. There will be a link down in the description box down below. Working on getting some things over there, but most importantly is you can go over there and drop your email, and we at some point will get a newsletter together and be able to send that out. Keep you all up to date of builds that are coming on the market, what we've got going on, and what we can do together. All right, folks, we will catch you in the next one. Mountain Wizard out. See ya.